I know what's inside, and I am excited. If I remember correctly, of course, anyway. I hope your day has been well, and that you're ready to relax and play some solitaire. Let's open up this deck, and it looks like we'll need an extra little cut since this plastic is on there fairly tight. There we are. Okay. U.S. Regulation Playing Cards by DKNG. Trusted since 1984. 1984. Interesting. Know when to hold 'em. Know when to fold 'em. Alright, let's take a look inside. So, I know the sticker means that we have ourselves one of my favorite type of decks. Oh yeah, oh wait a second. Oh, this is a little bit funky. This is real funky, what the heck? So, I thought that this was gonna be a... what's the word? One of those collage decks, but it's actually a reflective rainbow deck. And the deck is a bit chunky. Now it's kind of fixed, so let's take a look at the cards in between. Check that out if you're interested. And here we go. That's interesting. Typically, it would be facing the right direction, but anywho, our spades are quite colorful. That's definitely new. Our diamonds, also quite colorful. And you know what? Not too bad. Let's shuffle up this deck and get ready for our first game of the night. And I'm really enjoying this back design of cards. You have to love the reflective look and how it plays the field. So I don't know about you, I'm fairly tired right now, and I'm in the mood for some popcorn. You can't tell me I'm one of those people, or I'm the only one, who sometimes late at night just wants a microwave bag of buttered popcorn, even though I don't really like buttered popcorn. Do you ever get that feeling? I know, kind of a weird point to start a video with, but I guess that's just how I am at the moment. Anyway, let's deal out our first game of the night, as already this deck is shining in a very special way, as we have. That's just so cool. It reminds me of a prisms. I think it's called refraction. I haven't used that term in a while, so someone correct me if I'm incorrect. But that's pretty cool. And there is our first game of the night, just very neat. And let's begin. As we only have this 5 to play, an ace to the right, a 6 to the right, and we start. I'm not quite sure what I think about this deck yet. The back design is obviously just spade, diamond, heart, club. Is that the same each way? Of course not, but still very awesome. But these face cards will take a little bit of getting used to. Let me know what you think as we put down that 2. I like the half color effect, but it's still very odd. somewhere for that 3, but nowhere for that queen. Let's just put down that 4, why not? And let's put down that 4. And let's put down that 5. Alright, take 2. 7. 8. 10. 7 once again, and a jack. So obviously something didn't quite feel right in this one. Let's check which cards are left unturned. It has to be something very obvious, doesn't it? Show us the damage. Double queens, double kings, double 8s, and you know what? Double 10s. What else is there? Triple queens, double 9s, and double 4s. So, royalty cards and lots of doubles. But that doesn't make too much sense. You'd think it would be a little more aggressive. Oh well. Let's do a casino shuffle and watch this effect of colorful swirls. I'm sorry, that was just too much fun to look at. Alright, let's see what game number 2 has in store for us. As surprisingly, this deck is leaving quite a bit of little card cuts left on the field. But besides that, it actually has a very nice, durable texture. Even though it had a very weird start to where the cards were stuck together. And you know what? Let's really think about this deck's rating as we get into it. So right off the bat, back design is just absolutely amazing. It is vibrant, but not loud. It's pleasing to look at. And almost every card you place is a different angle of greatness. This card is not the same as that, nor that. Whoops, wrong spot there. So back design, way above average in my opinion. Okay, this jack is kinda creepy. Just look into those eyes. Return the slab is what I think of. And that king is giving much of that same feeling, and this jack. Those eyes are a little off-putting. And it's fairly consistent on each card. So, visuals, I like the blue-green combo, but it's not the best presentation, in my opinion. Same with the orange and red. I would prefer a little more contrast to each of the colors, or at least border them to where it makes it contrast without adding another color besides black. So in my opinion, it's different than a regular deck of cards there, but it is not better. The texture of these cards is surprisingly very durable and firm, very thick, nice grooves in between the cards. It's really tough, honestly. This is gonna be quite the deliberation. Alright, I'm gonna have to go to you on this one. What would you give this deck out of 10? Now really think about it too. Through your preferences, through your critiques, what would you rate it? And I will let you give you some time to think while I think in my head about my final decision. And I don't have an idea of where I'm gonna land yet either. So I'm going into it relatively blind, besides the given criteria. You know what? I've made up my mind, and I think this might be a little bit of a... Yeah, this is going to be a very controversial take, so take this, alright? Okay, so that's our third play, by the way, so we can't place that king. Here's how I think of it. If you were to have, let's say, a very good burger, but the burger, let's say, the fixins are amazing. They're just, the flavors pops, so the flavor is great. The texture is just superb. It has the right crunch, it has the right juiciness, and you're just like, alright, this is the best burger I've ever had. But the visuals of the burger look like that meat burger from SpongeBob. It's like rotten purple, pink, yellow, and it just doesn't look right, obviously aged. Or a better term, it's a very tasty burger, excellent texture, but it stinks. I'm not saying that this deck stinks with its designs. It's just the other two factors are so good, it makes the flaw in the deck amplified. I hope that made sense. I really sucked at explaining that one. So with that being said, this deck, with its major flaw, minor really, flaw in design, I think we should wait, but let's take the risk. And that is our third play from that pile. We get to play that jack. Sorry for the delayed rating. I have to give it a 7.5 out of 10. Just because this is so freaking cool. Imagine playing cards with someone and their whole hand is just, I can actually show you. Their hand is just like this, and you see that. That's just, it doesn't matter what's on this side really. It's all good. And then the durability factor is just way up there as we get our first fat stack, I believe, of the night. So what it did well, it did extremely well. And where it lacked, it lacked. But some things you could just overlook for the other greatness in between as we get our second fat stack of the night. And I just thought when I said that, isn't that saying so true? Sometimes the greatness is so great, you overlook the minor or big mistakes in between. Now think about some of your favorite famous people and tell me that doesn't ring true. In some way, as that is the end to our third game. We get a really good game, 2 fat stacks, but ultimately it came down to these final 5 left unturned. As we had nothing special, So just the right cocktail, keeping us from victory. Now that I think about it, I think some of my favorite people, or people I used to look up to while developing, through teenage years, had some of the biggest conflicts, whether it was internalized or publicized, true or fake. I think adversity is the biggest factor in your own growth, in learning through others, and seeing how you handle those situations. And that's something I always tried keeping close to myself, because come to think of it, I've always had controversial figures in my passions. And that's kind of tough, because you have to hear a lot of negative things about somebody, even though you may think or you actually do know better. But you just have to listen to it, take it in, and just kind of, for lack of better terms, smile and nod your head. But yeah, my idols kind of sucked. Some of them turned out to actually kind of suck. Some of them turned out to be just amazing people. Just, you wouldn't think. Alright, game number 4. We start off with a jack. And we have begun our process. And there we go. Not a bad start. We do have some potential. These double aces will for sure help us get through a bit. Now let's see if we could find some building in between. Yeah, that jack is just not the type of eyes you want to see. But maybe he's just misunderstood. That or a complete psychopath. And would you look at that? Those aces were useless as we got shut out, as there's nowhere for that jack. Queen, 7, 6, 4, queen, 5, and lastly 4. Doubles, 5, 6, 7, jack. And we're on to our final game of the night. Let's do this. Double 8s, triple 8s, double 10s, double 2s, triple 10s, there it is, double kings, and double 6s. Lots of nasty. And you know what? Let's end with a victory. Not a victory shuffle. What am I saying? A casino shuffle. Told you I was tired. So pretty. It's just so easy to get lost inside of these colors. I love it. 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we have begun our final game of the night. Double kings down. To our left, double twos on the field. And what is in store for us here? Let's find out together, my friend. And wow, I was about to say we're gonna have some trouble here, but that queen was just what we needed to clear up some trouble. And when you know it, we're building quite a bit. But now, there are some large gaps that we need to fill. Okay, now this is getting a little worrisome. I'm not gonna lie, triple jacks. And here we go. Oh, wait a second. My bad. There we go. Almost had triple tens. This one's gonna be interesting if we make some more plays happen. Alright, this one just got interesting. Oh, was it too little, too late is the question. Nowhere for that 6. Nowhere for that king. Nowhere for that 5 and 5. So just in case you missed it, my friend, that is the end to our night. 6, king, 5, and 5. Nowhere to go. But you know what? It was still very fun. I enjoyed myself. This deck, with its pretty colors, actually left me to reflect a bit throughout this episode to 1000. Lots of internal thoughts. Good realizations as we had triple nines, double fours, and double threes. Anyway, lots of... I'd classify this as growth in my mind, while just kind of idly playing. And that was... let me do that one more time. Oh, that one was nice. The mystery deck. The mystery rainbow deck. Awesome deck of cards. And with that, my friend, that will be it for tonight. It was fun. Indeed. I hope you have yourself a relaxing remainder of your night. Many, many sweet dreams. And until we meet again, please stay safe and eat your fruits and vegetables.